to girls high school basketball. We're here live in New Richmond, Wisconsin for the Tigers and the Wildcats. I tell you what, Justin Wilson, people out there in the audience have no idea what this guy just did to get us on live. Justin and Kevin Westhouse, that tips the cap the most. I know the fans are saying as well. We had a little bit of a lot of information we're going to talk about also with head coach Chad Ager. I had a good chance to talk with him. We got cramped up a little bit on time just before the game, but we'll get to that during the game. And as well as some of the halftime, we'll go over the high school parent photos as well. Well, right now we're going to go take a look towards the team introductions.
Tonight's game between the Wildcats of River Falls and your Richmond Tigers. We remind athletes, coaches, and spectators to support good sportsmanship by appreciating the efforts of all participants in tonight's contest. Please be reminded that state law prohibits the use of tobacco products in all areas of our school grounds. There is no food allowed in the gym, so please keep any and all food items in the hallway. As a reminder for district policy, please keep your mask on while in the building and try to social distance as much as possible for the safety of all involved. We also ask at the conclusion of the game, everyone please exit safely and no congregating so all can get out and home safely. Players are directed to go to locker rooms after the game as well. At this time, we'd like to ask everyone to please stand. Gentlemen, remove your headgear as we play our national anthem.
Welcome back. We're going to get Melissa. You and I can talk a little bit about New Richmond as they introduce the starting Wildcats of River Falls. Talk to Chad Ager.
Number 10,
Coach Ager said they do have a little bit of a the Tigers lost their second year in school history of just
5'8" senior number 22, Rachel Lindbergh. And 6' senior number 32, Taylor Caston. The head coach of the Wildcats is Ian Stick. He's assisted by Cardinal and Rachel Bowman. Now here's the starting lineup for your New Richmond Tigers. 5'6" sophomore number 3, Gabriella Money. 5'7" senior number 10, Barb Quinn. 5'8" sophomore number 15, Brooke Levitt.
Yeah, Sophie's dad is Mike Bauer.
5'7" senior number 21, Sophie Weber. And 5'11" senior number 22, Leah Young.
Sophie is a great smart player. She does the little things right, and when
the officials for tonight's contest, Adam Bjornstad,
Coach Ager needed to make his bench deeper. We talked about
services. Tonight's event are provided by Westfield.
And she had numerous broad jump and high jump records for the school. And and a host of other categories, and he needed some help on the boards, and he recruited Blenderman to play for him. Here we go, Wildcats and Tigers teeing it up here in New Richmond. Right out of the gate, almost a steal by Auntie. Randleman taking control, back to Peters. At the top of the key, and Strop coming in for a little. She tried to stop and pop, defended well by the Tigers. Randleman up, no good. Rebounded
Barb Kling?
by Kling. Kling no good, rebounded by Randleman. As you said in the pregame, the short pregame, Barb Kling is a do-it-all player for the Tigers. Her sister is Kennedy Kling. She's an assistant coach for the JV team. I talked to her for just a little bit before the game when I was bringing the microphone down there so you can hear all the court noise.
Older sister?
Older sister.
Fun.
Peters bringing it in to Vitt. Backdoor Vitt on the baseline. Up, no good. They're going to call a charge on Vitt. Leah DeYoung took that charge. That'll be Tiger ball. Goose eggs apiece as we're just about 45 seconds into the ball game.
Second charge of the night, Greg. You don't see that very often. We've got one during the JV game and already one at the varsity level.
Cheyenne Wilson took one in the JV game. Now Leah DeYoung takes one for the Tigers. Gabrielle Auntie with the shot attempt, no good. Once again rebounded by the running rebel, Rachel Randleman. Peters setting up shop in the three-point land. She takes it just off the mark. Rebounded by Auntie. Auntie and Peters play a little AAU together once in a while in the summertime.
Oh, that's fun.
For Northwest Elite.
We're in the same jersey, and now we're in different jerseys.
Yep. Rebounded by the crusher, Taylor Caston. Auntie getting ready for some volume shooting here for the Tigers. Brooke Blazikel is no stranger to the three-point shot as well. Look for Blazik to be shooting a few from the hip later on in the game. Turnover on the Wildcats. Here come the Tigers. And number 10, point guard Barb Kling.
Nice
Backdoor
pass.
once again to Auntie. Auntie up and in. Tigers lead by 2. 16:01 left in the first half. Eggert went and recruited Blenderman from the volleyball team to help out on the rebounds for a smaller squad. Kia Strop with a new nickname, the Steamboat,
Yes,
is up and good for 2, ties the ball game. Both freshmen on the Wildcats, nicknamed after 80s wrestlers, professional wrestlers, the Hacksaw and Steamboat.
Good box out by Randleman.
Sophie Ballard stops and pops from 15. No good.
Hey, good hustle
Loose
there.
ball. Good hustle by
Yeah.
both teams. The Tigers will retain. Yeah, Anna Wolf, Haley Gretz, Morgan Cayley, if you're listening. New Richmond's got some volleyball players out with club volleyball down right now. Come out and help out on the boards.
Whoop. Shut down that back door that time.
Maddie Derry. There's Auntie from 17. Count it.
The Tigers come in to this game 2-1. They lost to Somerset, who the Wildcats have tomorrow afternoon.
They
and
do.
they beat Ellsworth and Amory.
Yep, just a game time change note for all the Wildcat fans out there. The game tomorrow will start at high noon instead of 2 o'clock. JV will start at 10:30. Randleman all the way to the hole. She's fouled by Kling. That'll be her first.
I think
team
JV's
first.
at 10, Greg. I think JV's at
10 o'clock, okay.
I think so.
We have to reschedule that game. I put it at 10:30. That's what Raleigh's email said, but we'll change it. It's easy.
Oh, okay. Let's double check.
Changing it to 10 is no problem anyway. So
Cool.
Randleman at the line for 2 shots. Her first shot up and good.
We've got a winter storm moving in tomorrow, and that's the reason those games were moved up. Both boys and girls tomorrow.
Yeah, I saw that email from Roland Hall
That's right.
earlier today. Randleman's second shot, a little strong off the iron. Loose ball, rebounded by DeYoung and over to Kling. Kling back to DeYoung.
Gotta get travel before.
And basket is no good. DeYoung had an extra step in there. Tigers up by a point, 4-3 in the early going. On the court for the Wildcats, Strop, Randleman, Vitt, Peters, and Caston. Peters drives in, has the opportunity to shoot, decides against it. Randleman baseline.
Good work.
Back out to Strop. Good in and out action for the Wildcats. That's going to be.
That should stay here.
It should, but it doesn't.
It doesn't.
Ref calls it out on the Crusher. Tiger ball. Coach Eggert going to his bench as Delaney Brown is on the docket for the Tigers. Well, I hope Coach Lumen gave his microphone to Coach Stick. There's a nice 16-foot jump shot by Kling. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Tigers up by 3. Loose ball recovered by DeYoung. Up to Auntie. Auntie stops and pops from 9.
Oh.
She gets the shooter's touch. Auntie has 6. And the Tigers lead by 5 with 13:29 left in the first half. Wildcats have been patient on offense. Might be time to take it to the hoop a little bit here. Peters to her left. She passes out to a wide open Strop. Strop in the middle. She goes all the way to the hole.
Good
She's
take.
fouled on the body. Strop to shoot 2 shots. How do you like the new nickname Steamboat, Melissa?
I like it. I don't remember that wrestler, to
Ricky,
be honest.
Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
I don't remember him. I'm
Ricky,
sorry.
Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
I remember Roddy Piper.
Yeah.
There we go.
Strop up and good.
Checking in for the Wildcats.
Coming in for River Falls, Cheech Whiter. And in for the Tigers, number 12, Delaney Brown, a 5'6" senior guard. Cheech Whiter, a 5'9" sophomore. Strop second. Free throw is up and good. Wildcats down by 3.
We needed those 2 points. 3-point lead by the Tigers. 13 minutes to go in this half. 18-minute halves at the varsity level.
Good steal.
Good steal by
Strop.
Strop's playing well.
Playing confident. Rambleman on the left side. She gets away with a hop, skip, and a jump. No call. Out of bounds on the Tigers. It'll be Wildcat ball on the baseline.
I like this matchup. Kling against Strop.
Speaking of the
freshman versus senior, it's fun.
Speaking of the 80s wrestlers, in for the Wildcats, number 21, Jordan the Hacksaw Schwans.
There's a theme with these freshmen.
The Hacksaw's mom, Cheryl, hacksawed a little bit of her pinky off yesterday.
Did. Resulted in 5 stitches. Ouch.
Trying to work a glass Jell-O mold. Hacksaw over to Randleman, the running rebel, guarded by Kling. Kling is the Tigers' best defender, according to her coach, Chad Eggert. He said they have a strong starting 5, which they do. He said after that they have a lot of inexperienced players that come in 6 through 10. That's why he went and tried to recruit, and he did, and successfully recruit junior Angie Blenderman from the volleyball team.
Nice move.
Randleman, nice left hand, up and good. Cats down by 1. 12:09 remaining in the first half. Nice drive, but blocked by Whiter.
Great help defense by Whiter.
Cheech Whiter with the block. Randleman up for the Cats. Her pocket was picked by Blazik. Blazik up, no good. Wild off the backboard. Rebounded by Randleman. Jump ball. It'll be River Falls ball. Blazik just picked Randleman's pocket right at the top of the key, and she went steaming the other way.
8-7 Tigers, 11:44 to go in the first half.
Blazik and Auntie, 2 good-looking sophomores for the Tigers. Rebounded by Ballard. Ballard up ahead to Auntie. Auntie guarded by Peters. She goes baseline. Peters cuts off the baseline. They whip it around to back to Ballard. Nice give and go between Ballard and Ellie Barlow-Sager. Count the basket and the foul. Ballard to the line for one shot. Back in for the Tigers, number 10, senior Barb Kling. Wildcats and Coach Dick call a timeout. Let's dive in to see if he has his microphone on. If he doesn't, that's my fault.
And that was a good communication, Dorothy. We didn't switch, but then you still got to get back to your place. You can't do that. Like offensively right now, right? They're really good help. And what are we doing? Two things we're doing right now that are helping them. We're not really attacking, and we're trying to force it after one pass, right? Be a little bit more patient. Hey, let's start with that through action to start with, but let's be more aggressive with it, right? Attack off the dribble, hey? And then our post is going to be open, you guys, right? We just got to get some more action to get them that touch, okay? Cats.
All right, Melissa, what do you have to say about Coach Dick's first time out of the ball game at 10-7 here with 11:19 left in the first half?
Well, I want to go back to the nicknames, actually. We've got Big Sister Kylie was named after Jimmy the Superfly Snuka. We've got that information from Rob Deary from the Experience.
It's a true story.
It's important that we point that out. There's a theme.
Well, Kylie, she did text me right before Christmas, and she said that Kia requested a nickname change. She didn't like T-Hawk. I don't know why, but I told her Kylie had K-Sizzle. I kind of liked it, but we just went with the wrestling theme.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's
what we get.
Right.
Rachel Randleman
Look good.
from way downtown, no good. Rebounded by Blazik. Blazik, a good-looking sophomore, inside to Barlow-Sager.
Great.
Stolen by the Steamboat. Steamboat chugging up the river over to Ella Peters. Pistol Pete ready to heat up for the Wildcats. Strop back out to Randleman. Randleman to Strop. Strop with an errant cross-court pass stolen by Blazik. Peters with a little partial block on Blazik. Blazik falls down to the ground, no call. And here come the Wildcats. Yeah, if Strop's going to make that cross-court pass, you got to put some steamboat on that action.
You do.
There's Peters. She goes into the lane.
Nice soft touch.
Pistol Pete up and good for two. Brings the Wildcats within one. 10:04 left in the first half. And here comes senior do-it-all Barb Kling for the Tigers. Barb Kling guarded by Cheech Whiter.
Triple team.
Passes out deep. Rebounded by Peters. Strong rebound by the Pistol down on the block. Here comes the running rebel, Rachel Randleman. Kia Strop goes hard into the lane. Peters to her left, back over to Randleman.
Nice movement in the offense. Love to see this.
Schwann's passed up a wide-open three. Inside to Strop. Strop up, no good. Rebounded by a couple of Wildcats. Should be a travel, but they're going to call it a jump ball.
That's what Coach Dick was talking about, right? Move the ball, get your offense going. We had a couple of different looks there, but I think we need to see more of that.
Well, I think what it does too, Justin, that when they get that kind of the weave going and they get penetration down low, then after a couple of times doing that, the defense just they get tired of playing defense a little bit.
Yep. You either just
and then you get some of those
in the
shots
middle
like
and you
Ella
get them
just
open
got.
shots. Yep.
Tigers set up shop. Brooklyn Jackson in the game for the Tigers. No good. Rebounded by Cheech Whiter. She pulls an old one-handed elbow up. Schwann's over to Randleman. Randleman to Olivia Pizzi now in the game, the microwave.
There we go.
Randleman for three. That was
nice.
That was a great offensive set by the Wildcats. The three-pointer by Randleman puts the Wildcats up by two with 8:35 left in the first half.
Travel.
Nice. Good defense by
J-Dub
Pizzi.
calls it. Good defense by the microwave. Wildcats they've been running their offense, Melissa, and they get some open looks.
Great patience on the court right now.
Now back in for the Tigers, number 22, senior Leah DeYoung. Program lists her at 5'11". We're going to give her 6 foot. Strop back over to Randleman. Schwans with a nice left hand in the lane. You can count that one. The hacksaw up and good.
Great
Wildcats
left hand.
up by 4. Good quick hands by the microwave. Nice save by Jackson to no avail. Wildcat ball in for the Wildcats. Number 12, Pistol Pete, Ella Peters, and number 32, the Crusher, Taylor Caston.
Onion Blazek back in for the Tigers.
Caston posting up DeYoung down low, looking for the ball. Strop all the way to the basket.
Nice take.
The freshman strong to the hole. Steamboating along. River Falls up by 6, 7:37 remaining, and Coach Eggert calls a timeout.
Okay.
Let's dive in.
Hey, right now, right? So this is Caston, Ella, Rach is you're up top, Kia, and Olivia. Is that who's out there? No. Yeah, Olivia's right there. So we're in 12 this possession, right? The thing that we have to make sure is if somebody gets the ball here, right? If they make a pass from here to here, Ella, you got to get out, and Caston, you got to pull over to that block. Same thing over here. Otherwise, I'm confident in our coverages, right?
What do we have next?
Yep, remember who's got to get next. Hey, we're in 12 until we say something different.
Kids on 3, 1, 2, 3, pass.
Hey, keep actions. Hey, those actions on offense, right? We're getting exactly what we wanted of those. Not this time. Let's just see what this. Let's just get a good look here.
All right, I was barking out some instructions to Mrs. Jenna Peters.
We've got Timmy B tuning in. I think that's probably Tim Burns. Says, go Cats. Thanks for tuning in. Kelly Breakkreutz and Jeff Carr. Thanks for tuning in.
Melissa, there, I know you're a huge baseball fan,
Yes.
and there might not be a bigger baseball fan on the planet than you besides Timothy Burns.
I like that
There's
guy.
a 3-point basket by Brooke Blazik. The 5'8" sophomore hits from downtown. Tigers down by 3. Kia Strop setting up shop. Tigers sloughing off on defense a little bit. Still in the man-to-man, but trying to guard against that middle. That's going to make for some wide open
Good hustle by Pizzy.
cross-court threes,
Battling.
but stolen by the Tigers. Blazik again from three-point land. No good. Rebounded by DeYoung. She's fouled by the Pistol. And DeYoung, count the hoop and the foul. DeYoung at the line for one shot. That's the first foul on Peters. Team third foul. Both teams with 3 fouls. 6:42 remaining in the first half. DeYoung's free throw up and good. Tie ball game. Here come the Wildcats. Yeah, Wildcats still in a man-to-man. What they did, who's ever they're just sloughing off and they're just putting a person in the middle and it's guarding that middle, and that's where the Wildcats were attacking every time. Might be time for the Wildcats to kind of head baseline and see what happens.
Wildcats move to a zone defense here.
Little 2-3 zone. Down low. Pizzy, Caston, and Peters. Nice ball movement. Leah DeYoung up and good for 2. She scored the last 5 points for the Tigers. And they take a 2-point lead with 6 minutes left in the first half. There's the baseline cut by Strop. Up and blocked by Blazik. Blazik's all over the court doing everything for the Tigers. Wildcats in the zone. Up and good by Kling. The First National Bank shot is open on Monday night for Kling. Barb Kling with 6 points to lead the Tigers.
Nice take.
Tigers go into a 2-3 zone, and Kia Strop blows right past it. The Steamboat leads all scorers with 8 points. Boy, I tell you what, that give and go by the Tigers is absolutely killing the Wildcats.
And the rebounding, Greg.
Tigers are passing it down to the block. The person on the elbow is heading straight to the basket and has been wide open 2 times in a row. We might see a timeout by Coach Dick here in the next few seconds. Well, he got kind of a freebie timeout there.
He did.
With a free throw. DeYoung's first free throw is good. In for the Wildcats, number 4, Maria Vitt, and number 21, the Hacksaw, Jordan Schwanz. In for the Wildcats, Peters, Strop, Schwanz, Kasten, and too legit to quit, Maria Vitt. That's going to be off number 15, Brooke Blazik. It'll be Wildcat ball. Tigers up by 3, 21-18, 5:01 left in the first half.
Want to thank our sponsor, First National Bank of River Falls, Prescott, and the University of Wisconsin River Falls campus. We won't be able to do these broadcasts without their support.
Strop with a 17-footer just short. Rebounded by New Richmond. Over to Ballard in the corner. No good. Rebounded by Vitt. Some in and out action for the Wildcats. Barb Kling and Leah DeYoung kind of double teaming Kasten down on the block. It's going to leave.
Good idea.
Kling is guarding Peters, but sloughing off and helping out with Kasten down low. Peters taking the ball out on the baseline. We had a 5-second call last game, and they called it again. Back-to-back 5-second calls for the Wildcats in the last 2 games.
We've got Principal Kit Lookie tuning in, thanking us for the broadcast. Thanks, Kit, for bringing up the broadcast and watching the game tonight.
Wildcats back to a man-to-man. Strop guarding Kling. Stolen by Strop. Loose ball picked up by Schwanz.
Good disruption by Strop.
Nice kick out. The Hacksaw for 3. No good, but she gets her own rebound. She's going to go up strong, and you can count that one. Hacksaw hustling, getting her own rebound. Tigers up by 1. 3:20 left in the first half. Tigers collapsing big time on Strop driving. Nice little crafty move by Gabrielle Auney. No good, but rebounded by the Crusher.
No one was going to take that ball from Kasten.
Schwann's open again. Peters is wide open at the top of the key. She decides against the 3. Wheeling and dealing down low. Strop back out to Peters. Peters just off the mark. Rebounded by Strop. Up and good.
Nice.
The Steamboat has been a lucky nickname for Kia Strop because she is taking care of business for the Wildcats in the first half. 2:37 remaining.
She's working hard.
That was almost a continuation NBA foul. But Coach Chad Eggert will take it. Leah DeYoung at the line once again after the hoop and the hack. Randleman back in for Strop.
Strop getting a deserved break. Little breather.
Now on the court for the Wildcats. Kasten, Schwanz, Peters, Vitt, and Randleman.
Be interesting to see if they still sink on the defense here with Randleman bringing the ball up.
Sure.
Schwann's into the middle, hits Caston. Caston double teamed. Back out to Schwann's for 3. No good. Rebounded by loose ball by Randleman. It was in the hands of the pistol for a little bit. There's Schwann's. Peters up, no good. She gets her own rebound, hits it over
Nice
to Vitt.
hit.
Too legit to Vitt.
Nice.
Randleman jets in there. Nice offensive rebound by Caston. The Crusher will go to the line for 2 shots, Melissa.
Wildcats are playing tough right now. It's nice to see the determination, aggressiveness.
The intensity level picked up. It went to it was about 6.5 last game, and it's up to about 11 right now.
I would say.
I think part of the reason too, Melissa, is a lot of the girls on River Falls and New Richmond, know of each other, kind of know each other. So I think there's a little bit of I don't think either team is they know who they're playing. They've been there, done that, and so I think they're it's a competitive ball game for sure.
Those are always fun games.
There's no secrets heading in. They know what each other does. 1:33 remaining in the first half. Barb Kling setting up shot for the Wildcats. She takes it all the way to the hole. Experienced move by the senior. Tigers lead by 2. Peters guarded by Ballard. There's Peters in the lane, wide open.
Randleman.
Back out to Randleman, no good. Blazik fouled by the Hacksaw with the body. I think it was on the floor, and
Yes.
it is.
Foul was on Schwann's.
Kling to inbound the ball for the Tigers.
6th team foul.
59 seconds left in the game. Tigers 26, Wildcats 24.
Blazik outside. Barlow Sager posting up for the Tigers. There's a 16-footer by Kling blocked. I think that was by the Hacksaw.
It was by the Hacksaw.
Hacksaw in the lane.
42 seconds.
Not quite enough steam on that cross-court pass on the baseline from Randleman. Picked off by the Tigers. Barb Kling into Barlow Sager. Her 15-footer is good. Tigers take a 4-point lead. 22 seconds left in the half.
Would love to see us use all 22 seconds.
Maria Vitt comes in with a left-handed runner, no good. Blazik hustles down court, cherry picks, gets 2 more for the Tigers. 5 seconds left, and Randleman's kind of trotting up the court. Her shot just short at the buzzer. Tigers with a little barrage there late in the first half to take a 6-point lead at the break. Well, Justin, I tell you what, we're going to queue up. We'll talk about the first half in just a second, but I think here we're going to do this. No, just keep it down there. He's going to have shots up. All right, let's pop. You know what? Let's pop up Cheryl first. What? All right, ladies and gentlemen, don't you forget about me. And we're going to go with we're going to do a little trivia with Justin and Melissa. Cheryl Trebus at the time, now Cheryl Schwann's, number 52 there. She was 5'7", 6'5" with the Aquanet, and the Wildcats won 5 games in the 1990-91 season, Cheryl's senior year. But what could they have done to win 5 more games? Was it A, work on their aerodynamic hairstyles to go a little lower to run a little faster, or B, have Cheryl Schwann shoot more from the 3-point line?
I think I'm going to go with the hairstyle.
Yeah,
There's a lot of Aquanet in that there.
A lot of Aquanet. The Wildcats, unfortunately, had a lot of wind resistant right there, and with number 42, number 52, Cheryl Trebus at the time. Yes. All right, next up on the docket, this is what isn't apparent, but the coach, Coach Ian Sticht, he was in the Pepin class of 2002. Here's your trivia question, Melissa and Justin. Does Coach Sticht look more like A, Lloyd Christmas, or B, Ross Geller from Friends?
I'd say B, Ross Geller from Friends.
I would go with that as well.
You both are correct. We did a poll, and Ross Geller from Friends isn't a Coach Ian Sticht lookalike. I'm going to thank Mrs. Natalie Sticht for that photo.
It's sweet.
Thank you, Natalie. All right, the next one on the docket is the Steamboat's dad, Todd Strop. Or just make the picture bigger if you want, Justin. Can you make the picture bigger?
Oh, yep. Wow.
Just do that. There you go. There's Todd Strop. He was the class of 1988 for the Ladysmith Lumberjacks. Todd was All-State in football and baseball as a senior for Ladysmith. He played safety for the Badgers in the early 90s. Does T. Sizzle look more like A, Scott Baio from Charles in Charge, or B, Jake from 16 Candles?
I think that Chachi would say Scott Baio from Charles in Charge.
I'm 16 Candles.
The correct answer is A, Scott Baio from Charles in Charge.
Chachi.
Yeah, because Jake had a little bit tighter haircut.
True.
Strop's going with the flowing locks and curls.
Who, me? Yeah, you.
Yeah, that's right.
Remember?
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
Next up is the mother of the Steamboat, Chris Strop. She was a point guard for the Cornell Chiefs class of 1988 as well. Chris went right here is going with the hybrid Farrah Fawcett, Pat Benatar look.
I love it.
Yep. So
beautiful.
Here's your trivia question.
Oh.
True or false, was Chris Strop the homecoming queen for the Cornell Chiefs?
Yes. True.
Well, we're going to say that's going to be correct because Chris said she does not remember. So I think what we're going to all say that yes, she was.
She's humble.
She was humble.
She got all the votes.
She was humble. Next on the docket is the Steamboat's stepmom, Dana Strop, and she was a cheerleader for the St. Croix Central, and Dana graduated in the class of A, 93 or B, 84.
Oh, I'm going to go with 93.
It is 93.
Yeah.
There's Dana, cheerleader Dana Strop right there. All right, moving right along. This next one is going to be a crowd favorite.
This is one of my favorites.
A crowd favorite. River Falls Wildcats point guard for the class of 1992, Holly Pizzi. She was number 24 in your game programs, Justin, number 1 in your hearts,
We
Melissa.
need to make that bigger.
Holly lived right across the street from the old River Falls High School, and she was a Wildcat, but she was also A, cougar, or B, a lion. What is the right answer?
A cougar.
She was a cougar, and the reason why is because she married Jeff Pizzi, who's next up, and Jeff Pizzi is 1 year younger. That Georgetown Hoya grad right there.
That's great.
Jeff Pizzi is also a St. Croix Central class of 93 alum, and Jeff Pizzi had crossover handles like fellow Georgetown Hoya Allen Iverson. Look at that guy's sweatshirt.
Who did not have a Georgetown sweatshirt?
Who didn't?
in
We
that
all
era?
did.
Who I didn't.
We all
You
did.
didn't?
Oh.
I didn't. I wasn't. I was a Gopher fan.
Oh, everybody had a
So was I,
Georgetown
but I had to
sweatshirt.
have
I
a
swear.
Georgetown
Yeah.
sweatshirt.
All right, let's go to the next picture. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the man, the myth, the legend, Jason Schwanz. He was a Plainview Gopher in Plainview, Minnesota, just a little bit north of Rochester. He was class of 1989. Jason's dad, actually, little do you know, Justin, he played offensive line for the Minnesota Gophers in their 1960 national championship team.
I actually did know that.
You did?
Yes.
Schwani right now, if you can maybe zoom down, pull out a little bit, is rolling with the 1987 Larry Bird Cons. And those things definitely provided, you can see them there, they provided some extra ankle support for Schwani. But they weighed about 5 pounds apiece. Schwanz led the Three Rivers Conference. Here's your trivia question, both of you. Schwanz led the Three Rivers Conference in 2 categories his senior year. Was it A, shooting percentage, or B, fouls?
Both.
C, flexing ability.
It was B, fouls. He led the Three Rivers Conference in fouls, and that was according to Tori Prigge, who was a rival of his at Lutheran Altura Cardinals.
Sure.
Tori Prigge, hats off to you for your crackpot knowledge there for Jason Schwanz.
Greg, we got to give a shout out
All right.
to Judy Schwantz, who's watching down at the farm probably as well.
Yeah, down in
Thanks for tuning
Plainview.
in.
Down in Plainview. We got a couple more to go. We got about 3 minutes left. So next up is, look at this guy, Mike Noreen, Menominee class in 1987, and fresh off the movie set of The Lost Boys. Mike Noreen took the bad boy image and parlayed that into a date with Sarah Noreen. Rumor has it Mike was second in the running for the lead role as either A, Mike Seaver in Growing Pains, or B, what was the guy's name? What was the guy's name? What was the other kid in Growing Pains?
I don't know.
Ben.
Oh.
We'll go with A.
It is A, Mike Seaver from Growing Pains. His lovely bride, Sarah Noreen, is next. She was in the Menominee Mustangs class of 1990. She has a little Joe from Facts Life and a little Claire from 16 Candles going on here. Rumor has it that she and Mike met when Mike played his boombox outside her bedroom window. I think it goes without saying Noreen's were into mixed cassette tapes, Wilsons. Next up, some of you have already seen this picture, but it's worth a second look. Jenna Peters, Owatonna, class of 1991. Jenna played shooting guard for the Indians and played small forward for Gustavus Adolphus College. And Melissa, what do you have to say about that glamour shot look by our camera person and the love of my life, Jenna Peters?
The only thing that would make it better is maybe a hot pink boa. Maybe that's because that's what you wore in those glamour shots back then.
Absolutely.
There was always a boa involved.
All right,
the black boa.
We got
Okay.
a few more to go. We're going to go. Next up is Asha Vitt. That's Maria Vitt's mom. Asha, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this correctly, but Kahad Devi High School, and she's from Nepal.
Ah.
All right, and her husband Pete Vitt is from. He gave me a kind of a side view. He's from Kando High School in Kando, North Dakota. The Cubs, class of 1984. Pete's the grandpa of the parents. He's the oldest guy. Him and Todd Strop are the oldest guys in the joint. And then last but certainly not least, our youth girls basketball president, now mother of now volunteer assistant coach Abby Alday Derry. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Renee Sullivan Derry, her high school senior picture. And Renee's going to have her daughter Goose Derry is going to be coming up through the program in a couple of years. Goose is in 7th grade. And rumor has it that Goose Derry and Brooke Dusick are known as TikTok legends at Meyer Middle School in River Falls. Goose Derry, one of my favorite nicknames Rob Derry has produced over the years.
Yes, I like it.
Well, there's your River Falls players' parent high school photos. Tune in tomorrow at noon. We had a game change time for the snow that's coming in. Wildcats and Somerset will square off at high noon, and we'll do baby picture trivia, player baby picture trivia at halftime tomorrow.
Yeah, and we've also got somebody saying Brenda Randleman was also the homecoming queen for the Lakeview
You know
Lakers.
what? I asked Brenda Randleman to send pictures of her and Chad like 14 times, and she would not do it. So if any Devereaux or Randlemans are out there dog cussing me, get on your kids. She did send me a baby picture of Rachel, though. Inside from Vitt into Caston, no good. It's going to stay here, Wildcat ball. Tigers with a 30-24 halftime lead. The second half is just underway. Peters, Randleman, Caston, Strop, and Vitt on the court for the Wildcats. Randleman all the way to the hole. Up and no good. Hits the under part of the rim. And here comes the Tigers. Wildcats start out in a man-to-man defense. Both teams switched it up, a little zone, mostly man-to-man by both teams in the first half, Melissa.
Yeah, we saw a couple different things in the first half.
There's a shot by Auntie, short off the front end of the rim. Tipped out of bounds by the Tigers. It'll be Wildcat ball. 7:12 left in the second half. Tigers still up by 6.
Greg, what conference are the Tigers in?
Middle border.
Middle border. Okay.
Middle border conference. There's Kling up and good off the fast break. No good. Rebounded by DeYoung out to Auni. She gets away with a travel. Back out to Auni. Auni started out the game on fire, scoring the first 4 points for the Tigers. That's a three-point attempt. Kling slicing and dicing her way, rebounded by Caston.
She is a good ball player.
She is. She's fun to watch. She's got one speed. It's go.
She's got good body control.
Like to give a shout out to Burke and Maida Wells in River Falls. They're twins, and they're related to Barb.
Good deal. Good shout out. There's a three-point attempt by Strop. No good. And rebounded by the Tigers. Leah DeYoung for three. In and out. Rebounded by Peters. Here come the Wildcats.
Peters was strong with that rebound.
Her goal tonight was to get double digits on the glass. We'll see. I don't know. I'm not keeping them.
It's a great goal.
She's got a little ways to go, though. There's Vitt in the middle. Back over to Randleman. A little errant pass off her hand and out of bounds. The microwave, Olivia Pizzi, and for Maria Vitt. How about Holly Pizzi's
That is fantastic.
point guard picture from 1992?
Love it.
Tigers setting up shop. Rebounded by Pizzi.
Great defense there.
Melissa, who was who was your favorite high school picture, by the way? Parent high school
who
picture.
was my favorite one? I really like Noreen's.
Yeah, it
it's
was
the
pretty
leather
good.
jacket. It's just
It's
timeless.
the earring.
It's timeless. The ear.
Very Mike Sieber-like.
I didn't know if he had his necklace hooked around his ear. No, but that was an actual earring.
You couldn't see, but he did have his wallet attached to a chain on his belt loop, but you couldn't see that. Randleman gets called with the reach-in. That's her first foul, and team first foul of the second half as well.
Has anybody scored in the second half? Just
Nope, it's 0. It was 30-24 at the
right?
half.
Yeah. Scoreless second half so far.
We're about
Nice.
stolen by Caston. Loose ball picked up by Pizzi over to Randleman. Ella Peters is on the right side looking ready to shoot, and she does. Baseline, no good. Rebounded by Ballard. Ballard over to Auni. Inside to DeYoung. She hops, skips, and kicks it out of bounds. It'll be Tiger ball.
Rob Derry.
Chris Strop I like Chris Strop's hair. Jenna will confirm this. I've been a big fan of the high hair with the feathered look.
Yes,
I wish
yes.
I wish that look would have never left. There's Randleman for three from Peters.
Nice.
Nothing but the bottom of the net. Wildcats down by 3, 14-10 left in the second half.
The Wildcat JV team is as far away as you can get in this gym, cheering on their varsity team right now. They got out of the stands for that three-point shot.
The Wildcats in a little matchup 3-2 zone. Olivia Pizzi called with a foul, her first. That's a team second. And Brooke Blazik at the line for the Tigers for 2 shots. Her first one, a little front off the front rim, or a little short off the front rim.
Who do I want to put her in for?
Whoop. Her second one up and good, as we got a little snippet of Coach Stick working his magic on the sideline. The Hacksaw Jordan Schwann's on the docket for the Wildcats. Nice drive by Randleman, up no good off the backboard. Rebounded by DeYoung. Ballard not called for the travel. Last I checked, if you throw it up and then come down and get your own rebound without it hitting the rim, it's a travel. Not called. She gets the hoop and the hack. And Sophie Ballard at the line for 1 shot. Schwann's over to Peters. Back to Peters. Blazic playing some tight man-to-man defense. So is Kling. Boy, Kling's a solid player.
Nice move.
Good take.
Oh.
Randleman called for the travel. I didn't see it, but it's there. Tigers up 7 with 13-11 left in the game.
That was a very nice move.
Mm-hmm.
Barb Kling at the captain's wheel for the Tigers. She sets a pick on Peters. DeYoung over to Ballard. Ballard for 3 from the baseline. You can count that one. Sophie Ballard, nothing but the bottom of the net. And that puts the Tigers up by 10. Might be ready for a timeout here from Coach Dick.
Good move. Good hustle by Strap.
Nice rebound by Ballard. She tries to stand up.
There we
Gets
go.
called for the travel.
Got 12:26 left to go in the second half. Tigers are up 10, 37-27.
Melissa, we talked a little bit about in the JV game about basketball being a game of runs, and New Richmond has made theirs. And let's see what the Wildcats do for their turn. Strop had a nice first half. Her and Rachel Randleman can't get on the same page. Ball sails out of bounds. Tiger ball. Coach Ian Stick calls a much-needed timeout. Down by 10 with 12 minutes left in the ball game.
Dorothy. Jordan. Okay, we're running 12 fire right now, okay? Hey, we're going to run 12 fire, see if we can get something going here. We got to change the tempo of the game right now. Jordan, would you rather be up here or down here? Okay, perfect. You're staying right there then. Right, so Rachel's the one who calls fire. It's quiet in this gym. We can hear you, right? Might have to be the first pass to make it easiest. I don't know, but you call it, right? You have to call fire. As soon as she calls that, right? If it's Jordan, it's your side, you're trapping with Rachel. Okay, then Kia, you have to take away any reversal. Dorothy, you got to take away any passes in here. Ella, you got to cheat in here, right? We have to be super aggressive with it. Like the whole point is we're trying to get the ball turned over, right? Same thing if it's this side. Jordan, if it's being trapped opposite you got to get in this passing lane up here and deny that. Okay, and then if we don't get anything, we're just back in regular 12. Okay, hey, offensively, we got to keep attacking right now, you guys. Some good looks in there. We just got to get the ball in the basket. Okay, let's go.
All right, Melissa, we want to, real quick on the end of this timeout, want to thank our sponsor for purchasing all the equipment that makes it possible for us to broadcast to everyone out there on the interweb. First National Bank of River Falls, downtown on the campus of UWRF and downtown Prescott as well. Little trapping zone works to perfection for Coach Stick. Here come the Wildcats. Melissa, do you like to change there?
I do like it. I was hoping they'd do that.
Kling puts a clamp on Randleman. Randleman falls down to the hardwood. No call. Tigers ball going the other way. Stop pops from Auntie. Nice rebound by Schwanns. Here comes the Steamboat over to Peters on the side. Peters and Randleman working a little offense. Strop all the way to the hole. Up, no good. Rebounded by DeYoung. Boy, Leah DeYoung's been tough down low on the boards too.
She has been.
Ball slips out of Aunie's hands and tied up by the running Rebel. It'll stay here with the Tigers. And for the Wildcats, number 5, the microwave, Olivia Pizzi. And for the running Rebel. All the Devereaux out there near Cottonwood and Marshall, you can get on Brenda Randleman. I asked her many times for some pictures.
Kelly said you'll have the pictures by the end of the night, Greg.
Thank you,
I think they'll
Kelly.
be in your inbox.
You can Facebook message me, or you can Text them to 715-307-2360, Kelly. We got to give Brenda Randleman her due. Tigers working it around. Playing inside to DeYoung, a wide open Brooklyn Jackson up and good. Tigers up by 12. This one could be creeping away from the Cats if they don't do something right here. Pizzi and Peters not on the same page. Pizzi throws it out of bounds. Tiger ball.
Yeah, we are definitely not looking super sharp tonight.
They have for stretches, and for stretches they have not.
Good defense.
Stolen by Strop. Up ahead. Errant pass. Peters kind of in between. I want to pass. I don't want to pass. When in doubt, shoot. Gabrielle Auntie ties up the hacksaw. Jump ball. It'll stay here. Wildcat ball. Just some certain times of the Wildcats here, they just seem a little unsure of what they want. They're not quite. Tigers kind of playing a soft man-to-man, daring some of the Wildcats to shoot threes.
Well, that's what surprises me, Greg, that the River Falls girls are actually very good three-point shooters. And when you got them like that, you got to take them.
On cue, J-Dub tees it up for the Steamboat. Kia Strott for three. Wildcats back within 9:25 left in the game. I agree. They shoot. There's quite a few players on the team that shoot the ball very well from outside. But for whatever reason, they don't want to take it. Yeah. There's a steal by Pizzi. She brings it up the court for the Wildcats to try to get this game within 7 or 6. Ella Peters lost the handle. There's Pizzi for three, just off the mark. Rebounded by Kling. Kling blazes up the court. Blocked by Schwann's. Got her with the body. Kling will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Yeah, speaking about your dog, is it Mora, right?
Mora.
Mora?
Like Laura with an M.
Like
Laura.
Yeah,
Laura
Mora.
with an M. Yep.
Yeah, Mora.
Mora.
So you need to call Bobby D, Bob Derry, and he'll give you all the information you need to know about the canine culture.
Oh, really?
Oh, he's a whiz.
Okay.
I believe his dog's name is Nicky.
Okay. Just one dog in the Derry family?
Just one dog.
Okay.
And a goose.
Oh, yep, and a goose.
Free throws up and good by Barb Kling. She takes a break. And for her is number 15, the 5'8" sophomore, Brooke Blasick. Blasick had a good first half. Very active on the defensive end. Tigers in that soft man-to-man zone. There's Peters into the lane. She passes out to a wide-open Schwann's. She passes up the three. Back over to Peters. Peters for three. Count it! Nothing but the bottom of the net. The Pistol Pete is good for three. And the Wildcats take a timeout.
Hey, on the floor, it's a 30-second. 30, right? I said 30. Yeah, 30-second timeout here, right? Rach, Kia, Jordan, right? And then the other two are down there. Hey, we're running 12 fire again, right? We're trying to get that thing, okay? Here's what happened when we didn't, right? Their possessions are too long right now. We got to be aggressive. If we don't get it in the first one, we can get another fire up there, okay? We just got to be a little bit more aggressive defensively right now, and we have to rebound. Keep attacking offensively right now. They can't defend multiple actions, you guys. We can't get away from that, though, right? Keep attacking. Don't settle early on our offense. Cats.
I like it. Can't defend those multiple actions. Getting a couple of loops and pitches and keep it moving.
Melissa, explain to some of the fans out there watching, explain what an action is for the fans. What is Coach Dick talking about, or Justin, when he talks about actions?
Like a cut, moving, loop, pitch, the offense.
Any positive action on offense is an action. And we have had a lot of inaction on offense, but we've got to take that I and the N right off of that word. Ooh. Blazik in the corner, down to Barlow Sager, and back out to Blazik.
The Tigers have definitely moved their offense to, if it's there, take it. But
Wildcats in a 3-2 zone, rebounded by Strop. Cats down by 7.
They've definitely slowed down their offense.
Gabrielle Ani hit that ball off of Strop's leg. But the Stripes say otherwise, and they keep it right here for River Falls. Now back in for the Wildcats, number 32, the Crusher, Taylor Caston. Down in the corner to Peters, covered by Barb Kling, the Tigers' best defender. Strop all the way to the hole, no good. Rebounded, offensive rebound by Caston, put back no good. Rebounded by Kling, jump ball, it'll be New Richmond ball. Good look there by Caston, just didn't drop. Justin and Melissa, I think what's going to get the Wildcats back in this ball game is a little throwing down low and then kick it back out for the open three, just like the junior varsity did. Yeah. In the first game.
Yeah, like I said, they got the girls that can shoot it, and you start hitting a few threes in a row, and that picks up your intensity on defense as well.
Yeah, tapped out by Randleman, going to stay here. New Richmond ball on the baseline. 40-33, New Richmond in the lead. 7:33 left in the second half, and Kling throws it into Sophie Ballard as the Tigers set up shop. There's a three-point attempt by Blazik. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Tigers back up by 10. Peters has that little elbow shot, and just a little tentative and not ready to pull the trigger.
Yeah, I'd like to see her finish some of those. She's got the quick move and opens up.
Well, it's hard to shoot the ball when you come in and stop and you're automatically looking back outside.
Exactly.
It's hard to shoot over your head backward. Here come the Tigers. Wildcats back in the man-to-man defense. Nice spin move by Auni, rebounded by Strop. Good hustle down the court by Schwans.
Get in.
Strop all the way to the hole. I believe Blasik's going to get called for the blocking foul. That's her first. And just the first team foul for the Tigers. Strop at the line for 2 shots. The Steamboat up and good for the first one. Cuts the lead back to 9. Melissa, do you see they got a solid point guard in Barb King, but do you see the Wildcats bringing on a press here pretty soon?
I would like to see that, yes.
Down 8 with about 6.5 minutes to go.
The Tigers are slowing down this game.
The Barb Kling, an experienced senior, solid player, walks it up the court, just burning more time off the clock. Plenty of time left, though. Kling all the way to the hole, up with the left hand, no good. I think they're going to call Schwans with the body, but we'll wait and see what the Stripes have to say. They're going to call that one on senior Taylor Caston, the Crusher, with 2 fouls. Barb Kling at the line for 2 shots. Boy, that's a solid-looking free throw. I don't know if I'd continue to foul her. As we stated earlier, Barb's older sister, Kennedy, an assistant coach here for the Tiger program. Now in the game for the Wildcats, the trimmer, Bella Papungatoa. Seen her first action on the night.
Greg, before you mentioned Raleigh Hall, the River Falls High School athletic director, and we have to give athletic directors a huge shout out during this time. Their jobs are 100 times harder than what they usually are, and a shout out to the athletic director here in New Richmond too
Well, first of all, a great,
Letting
yes,
us come in.
you're exactly right, Melissa. That was a great take by Strop. Great kick back out to Schwanz, and then Schwanz takes care of it herself. And the Wildcats are down by 8. Yeah, we talked kind of a tip of the cap to New Richmond AD Scott Farmer. He just letting us come, no River Falls fans can come to the game, so he was a little apprehensive to let us in, but he did, and we appreciate it, and I know our fans do as well.
6th team foul. DeYoung at the line to shoot 2.
Schwann's called for her 4th foul. That's River Falls' 6th team foul, and the Tigers will be in the bonus the rest of the way from here on out. And for the Wildcats, Schwann's, Papungatoa, Strop, Peters, and Randleman. Schwann's with a tough rebound off the miss. Strop trying to go back door. Schwann's looked at her, but covered well by Auntie. Nice defense by Blazik. Helped out, got a hand on it, created a loose ball. Jump ball for the Wildcats, and they will retain possession. 5:23 left in the ball game. Wildcats down by 8.
Couple baskets, and they're right back in this.
Randleman takes it to the hole strong. Up, no good. Strop, nice hustle to the ball. No good. Auntie gets a loose ball. Over to Ballard. Ballard back out to Leah DeYoung. Leah DeYoung for 3. Off the mark and rebounded by Randleman. Randleman all the way to the hole. Ballard, she's money from 15. Tigers back up by 10, Melissa.
That was a nice shot. Nice shot by Ballard.
Nice defensive play by the senior Sophie Ballard. A crafty heads-up play, dives in and gets the jump ball. Coach Ian Sticht is going to call a timeout with his Wildcats down by 10.
For the rest of this week, tomorrow night, December 29th, the boys basketball team will be at River Falls to play the Wildcats. Hockey team, their opponent is to be determined.
Coach Sticht
Actually, 3 different sites. Some of the games are being
not giving us access to this timeout.
I probably wouldn't be either at this point. But I think you're probably talking about the same things again, right? We need to get a little bit more aggressive on defense, and we need to finish, right? Finish some of those layups. Look to take those shots and score. A lot of times we're just running through the motions on the offense now. We're getting some penetration, but we're not looking
Well, they
to
get
score.
penetration, and sometimes they're going down too deep, and they're not kicking it out when they need to be kicking it out, or kicking it to the opposite block. And sometimes we're just kind of throwing up a prayer, a hope and a prayer, but
Yeah.
plenty of time.
But hopefully, and we've seen it in one of the other games here. I think we might see a full press coming out of that timeout here, or maybe getting back into some of those traps and really start to push this a little bit so we can keep the game rolling.
Folks, 10 minutes on the scoreboard at the conclusion of the game. We just ask that the gym be empty before it gets to 0. Players will be directed to go directly to the locker room.
And on cue,
Thank you for your cooperation.
Coach Sticht and the Wildcats looking to play a man-to-man full-court press, down by 10 with about 4.5 minutes left. Tigers make quick work of that press. Busy guarding Barb Kling at the top of the key. Coach Sticht yelling for more pressure from Peters and Pizzi.
Yeah, they're going to spread it out up top here.
In the backcourt. Stolen by Schwann's. She's battling on the floor.
You get a foul on that?
I think they're going to call Ballard with a foul. Oh, they call it on Brooke Blazik, her second. That's the second team foul for the Tigers. Wildcat ball with just over 4 minutes to play. Wildcats are going to need a couple of baskets back-to-back here if they're going to get back in this ball game. And there's
There
a
we go.
good shot right there by Schwanz from Pizzi.
Good idea.
Rebounded by Kling, and Kling slows it up. Pizzi guarding Kling. Kling runs right by her, and over to Blazic on the right side. Blazic guarded by Randleman.
Seeing some pressure defense from the Wildcats.
Good defense there by Pizzi to keep Kling in front of her. And it looks like New Richmond may do this until the Wildcats foul them. They're just going to play keep away, and if River Falls is going to let them keep dribbling, they're going to be content with doing that. Coach Chad Eggert calls a timeout for the Tigers. Let's dive in and see if Coach Stick lets us listen in.
I'm going to go with no on that one again, Greg.
Yeah. Hey, that's all right. Well, Melissa, we get a little bit. We got about 3 minutes left in the ball game, so we don't get a lot. Win or lose, we don't have a lot of time to think about tonight's game because we play Somerset at noon tomorrow. So and then the JV will start, I believe, at 10 o'clock. You said.
I think so. Yes.
Somerset beat these Tigers here not just very recently. They actually, I think, were up by probably a good 10 points at the end of the game, and then New Richmond hit a couple of threes late that didn't really matter.
Yeah.
And I think they ended up winning by 3 or 4 or something like that. But it was Somerset took care of business. Somerset's got Paulson, one of their guards, had 27 against New Richmond.
Wow.
And she's either going to play at Eau Claire, she hadn't decided yet, or Coach Lindenberg said she was going to play at either Eau Claire or Luther College. So good player. And yeah, Somerset's got a good team as well too.
That should be a good game tomorrow.
Yeah. Pizzi guarding Barb Kling. Barb Kling finds a wide open Brooke Blazic. And right now the Tigers just playing keep away until River Falls gives them a foul. Schwanz has 4 fouls. Everybody else is doing fine in the foul department. At some point, they're going to have to send them to the line.
You get it down to about 2 minutes, 30 seconds.
And I would probably not foul number 10, Barb Kling. She looked about as solid as a rock from the free throw line. Wide open to Auni.
Travel.
She gets away with a travel. But they caught it.
They got it. I think they heard us.
They did.
.220 left.
Nice
in the
look
second.
by Barb Kling. Auni was so wide open under the basket, she got a little excited, had a little stutter step. Pizzi over to Schwanz. Schwanz all the way to the hole. She's fouled.
Call that on the ground, I think.
I think they did. The pistol taking it out on the baseline. Wildcats down by 10, 2:12 remaining in the ball game. Kia Strop guarded by Auni. Time for the microwave to heat up with a little three-point action. Over to Peters. Peters to Schwanz. 1:54 left in the ball game.
We got to look to get a shot here.
There we go.
Schwanz for 3, no good. Rebounded by Ballard. And over to Auni. She's fouled twice, once by Strop, once by Pizzi, no call. Kling over to DeYoung. And back to Blazic. Tigers just playing keep away. We're under a minute to play. Wildcats down by 10. And content to take this one to the bus, apparently.
Yeah, it doesn't look like we're going to be fouling in the last 40 seconds here. I lied.
The Steamboat pats Blazik on the arm. Foul's called. Blazik to the line for 1-1. Not exactly sure why we waited a couple minutes for that, but but whatever the case may be, Tigers are up 11 with 36 seconds to go. Well, we had one positive note too. The website, the Helmer printing, the flat fan faces. We had 60 in just for the girls alone, the girls program. They're going to extend it. We're going to get those. Should be up possibly tomorrow, if not for the next game.
Great.
But they're going to extend it a little bit longer if people want to buy. We'll put it up on the website or put it up on the broadcast tomorrow to let people know about that. All the proceeds go to the River Falls Wildcat girls basketball program, and your support is much appreciated.
That's a nice thing we're doing since people can't be there.
Stolen by Schwans, and she's going to hit the basket as time expires.
Nice.
And that brings the Wildcats within 10. Not quite enough as New Richmond prevails by a final of 49-39. And they set the clock at 10 minutes. And when it hits 0, everyone has to be out of the gym. So we better sign off.
Yeah, we better.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it. We'll be able to chat a little bit more tomorrow against Somerset, but tune in tomorrow at 10 o'clock for the junior varsity. Wildcats against Somerset, varsity at high noon. We'll see you then.